Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Greenwood Girl Cards, and welcome into the My Creative Time 139th edition new releases. So today we are showing you the entire set of releases for the 139th edition, and hopefully you've been hopping along and looking at everybody's projects throughout the week while we were doing sneaky peeks on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And of course, today is Friday morning, February 2nd, 2024. And today is our new release day. So what I'm going to do first is I did something a little different this time when I was designing too. A lot of times I just pick out 2 or 3 or 4 paper pads, but this time I brought my whole box full of My Creative Time paper pads out when I was designing, and I ended up using papers from a lot of the different pads. So really quick, I had a couple people ask questions about the papers, so really quick I'm just going to go through and show you all the ones that I used. I used this Islets, Ginghams, and Solids paper pad. This goes with the Tea Time release, and this one has adorable ginghams that have these little daisies in them. It has eyelet papers that almost look like eyelet lace, if you will, and then it has all the coordinating colors to go with those eyelet and gingham papers. And this is a wonderful pad, and I did use quite a few of these greens and pinks and some of the blues and even some yellow this time. In the first day of the release, I used quite a few papers from the Ginger Chef's paper pad. I used papers from the Fun Birthdays paper pad, and this is where I was getting those mint greens from. And there's one other paper pad I'll show you where I got some mint green papers from. But these tone-on-tone florals with the little white dots are some of my favorite papers. And I love the birthday release in this paper pad, the ginghams and the birthday papers and cut-aparts that are in here. So that's a really fun paper pad. Mine is almost gone, so I have to replace that one. I love this Dots, Flowers, and Solids, and I'm going to show you projects today that use this paper right here, and then also some of the colors that are in here, and some of the polka dots and florals. And I love this paper pad. This is the Spring Gingers one, and I love these very tiny cursive script papers in all the different colors. And I think I have 2 more of these paper pads in my stash because I go through this one so quickly. I use these papers so much. And then on the bottom or the back sides, if you will, there's lots of Easter and spring prints in here. This was the Spring Gingers paper pad, and it coordinated with the Spring Ginger stamp sets and dies. So, and then there's this Tea Time paper pad, and I used, on my projects on day 2, I used this floral print here, this beautiful, almost like fabric print paper. And I also used, again, these beautiful eyelet papers. So, and this is the Tea Time one that has all the Tea Time themed papers, and it has this gingham with these little coffee cups or teacups in it. So wonderful paper pad there. And then this is the other paper pad where I got the mint green papers. This is the Bees and Butterflies paper pad, and this is the mint green wood grain that you saw on my large treat box, okay? So that's where I'm getting these beautiful wood grain papers. It's from this Bees and Butterflies, and it's also where I get that text print paper. So this is just such a fabulous paper pad. I love it. And then I did use a little bit of the Gingerbread Kisses paper pad on my cards today. I used some of the pastel ginghams that were in this pad. And then this was the pad that I used to make my gingerbread projects on day 1. And this is the Fun Valentine's paper pad. And then this was the Beautiful Basics paper pad. And this was the most recent paper pad that we did. And we switched to a 6 by 8.5 inch size. So future paper pads, you're going to get these nice big 6.5 by 6. What is it again? Oh my gosh. It's 6 by 8.5 inch. Paper pads, and you get 24 sheets, 4 of each of 6 designs. So this is a wonderful one too. I used this paper this time and this pink one. Okay, so those are all the paper pads. I wanted to show them just because we do have some brand new people that are on my channel as subscribers or watchers at least, and they have mentioned that they're new to My Creative Time products, just being introduced to them, and also that there were a few people that said that they were brand new to my channel even, and were interested in the products and had some questions. So I was just trying to answer those by showing the paper pads that they were asking about. Next, I'm going to really quickly, I'm going to show you the products that I made 2 additional cards for release day today. And I use these beautiful cloud dies of Emma's. These are MCT D439. I use these to create a background on one of the cards I'm going to show you. Those are the flowers that I used on my treat bags, but today I also used the foliage die, which is MCT D427. And I used, from Emma's Tea Time release, I used the tea stamp set. It's Time for Tea Stamps and Dies. It has coordinating dies that cut out all the stamps as well as the these beautiful sentiments. And I use this happy birthday sentiment and the thanks so much sentiment in this particular stamp set. And I love the Tea Time release, and you saw me show you the little teapot that I made when I was playing around with the treat boxes the other day. But these are just such beautiful sets, and I think these would be a lot of fun to incorporate into if you wanted to make some tea time treats. You have all the stamps and dies that you need to do that. And these little envelopes are ones that I get from scrapbook.com, and it's a great way to store coordinating products. And so a lot of times when Emma sends stuff out to me, I will put them into an envelope so that all of the products that go together are grouped together. And I don't have to keep looking, you know, for different things that all go together. I just keep all the stamps and the coordinating dies in these pockets that close. So it's a really nice way to store them. And then the other things that I used the Prim Hearts, the smaller Prim Hearts on one of my cards, and I also used some of these pretty scallop circle dies today. So I thought what I would do is show you the new cards first, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you the release and all of the projects that I got made, okay? So let me pull out the 2 new cards to show you, okay? Whoops. And these were cards that I actually was hoping to show you yesterday, or what day did we do the Prim Heart release? I think it was Wednesday. But as you know, I'm battling a back issue, and I just couldn't finish these. So I did have a couple hours this evening, and so I finished these tonight. But this is just a sweet little happy birthday card. It uses scraps from some of the leftover scraps that I had from the makes that I had been making in the past. And I was able to cut a bunch of these little hearts out using my paper scraps. And then I just lined them up going right side up, upside down across the card. And I added some strips of scrap paper that I had in yellow, blue polka dot, and pink gingham. And then I added that beautiful script happy birthday sentiment from the Tea Time paper pad, and then just a little bit of some turquoise twine, which you can get at Annie's Paper Boutique. And I love how this card turned out. It's simple and sweet. The inside just has another heart and a little scrap of paper and one of Emma's, I used one of Emma's rectangle stitched dies to make the liner for the inside of the card. And then the back of the card has a heart on it also, and another scrap of the cute little heart pink paper from the Valentine's paper pad. And then I also did this card here, and I'm sure a lot of you saw the flower that MJ Carroll made over on Instagram and on her channel. I'm sure you'll see it today if you haven't already, when she does her review and her release video. But I love making flowers with small dies. So you can take ovals, you can take circles, you can take hearts, any small size die, and you can definitely make flowers with it. There's tons of videos on YouTube for that. But I was just playing around with my leftover scraps, and I had it going all the way around, but I actually liked it better as if the flower was facing up to the sun. And so I removed a few of the petals, and I added some greenery and a stem coming down. And I just thought this turned out so cute. And I don't know if you can see the background of this, but in the background, I put all of the little stitched cloud dies to make it look like you're looking at the flower from a distance. And you can see the clouds going all the way down to the ground. And the ground is this beautiful floral paper because there are little flowers blooming on the ground also. So I used the beautiful script sentiment, "Thanks so much," that was part of that tea time stamp set I showed you. And I just thought this turned out really cute. Inside, I did just some white cardstock, a little cloud, and a heart cut out along with some pink polka dot paper. So that looks really sweet. And then on the back, I added a cloud and a strip of pink paper, and there's room here to sign this or put a sentiment depending on who I send this to. So those are the cards that I made to showcase the release, you know, my final projects for this 139th edition release. But let's go through the entire set of dies and stamps and for the release. So I'm going to put my first day one projects out here. These were the Giant Ginger add-ons, the Giant Ginger Cupid add-ons, and then the Sweet Gingerbread add-ons. And to go grab my dies here. So the die sets that these are about are the Giant Ginger Cupid add-ons. And again, if you go back to my my sneaky peek videos, I go into much more detail about these die sets, okay, and stamp sets. And the Sweet Gingers Cupid add-ons, which are for the medium-sized gingerbreads, there was one small mistake in one of the stamps, and that will be correct. And I don't know if you will get the corrected stamp shipped with your order or if it will come later. Emma will discuss that on her channel this morning. And let you guys know what's happening with those. But I love these Cupid add-ons. They are so fun. The little bow and arrow sets, the clouds, and then of course they coordinate very well with all of our angel die sets also. Okay, so that was day one. And I know you've already seen all these, but I thought I would just do a quick flip through once again so that you can see them. And I love how these turned out, and it's so fun to add the little angels and make them into little cupids too. But it's fun to just do the bow and arrows for Valentine's Day too, so you can do it either way. And I just thought these turned out so nice. So you have your masculine version, your feminine version, and then same with these. I did a masculine version, and this one is using Emma's cute card dies, and these eyelet doily dies set off the gingers so beautifully. And then this is one of her her rosette dies, and I just, instead of folding it as a rosette, I just used it as a border at the bottom of this card. And I love how that turned out also. And this one has the X Heart Hugs and Kisses stamp on the back. And the tag uses her little sentiment tag strip dies, and I spaced them apart on the tag and put little arrows and stuff in the background to kind of create a background within this big red scalloped, pretty scalloped tag die. So I have the liner, the pretty scalloped die in red, and then I have the liner in the heart paper, and then the three little tags on here, a Be Mine heart tag, and our cute little Sweet Gingerbread, all dressed up as a Cupid. She's got a little bow in her hair, which is double layered, and then the little hugs die comes with this sentiment strip die. So I love how this turned out, and I did tie it with some fabric strips. So those are all the projects using the first day sneaky peeks, which were the ginger add-ons. And then for day two of sneak peeks, we showed these two sets, which are the large prim hearts. Beautiful, beautiful die set. I'm hoping that we're going to have other dies coming out to go with these, some scallop layers or something. And then these are the Cupid chocolate add-ons. And this makes a beautiful chocolate treat box for Valentine's Day or anytime you want to send someone some love. So those are the next two that we showcased. And let me show you my projects. So the projects I made for them, I did this beautiful card. Now this card uses the My Creative Time papers in the background, but it also uses some fabrics and felt. My New Year's resolution this year, as you know, is to try and incorporate more textures and more use of fabrics and stuff into my card making. I used to make a lot of things with fabrics, and I've kind of gotten away from that, and I miss the different things that brings to your card making. and also to any little sewn pretties that I make. It's a lot of fun to do that, to make ornaments and different home decor. So I wanted to get back into that, and so I pulled out some of my fabrics to use on this card, along with Emma's beautiful papers. And you can see her beautiful eyelet paper in the background here. And then this is a beautiful paper that we pulled from that paper pad, and I just went through that and showed you. And then this card just turned out so pretty. It uses her etched edge dies on the inside. These have these etched edges, which I just love. And then on the back, it uses her little love heart die, which I love using this on the back of my cards. And another strip of that paper, and I pulled the circle, the pretty scallop circle die around to the back, and then glued it on top of this piece of paper. So I love the detail of pulling things to the back of my card. So there's that. And then the other card I made for the second day of Sneaky Peeks was this beautiful chocolate box. And again, it uses this fabric-based felt. So it's felt that has a layer of fabric over the top. It die cut beautifully, and I even used a strip of it down the center of the card to split the pink paper, which is cut with a rectangle die, a stitched rectangle die from Emma's, from My Creative Time. And then this uses the beautiful heart paper from her Valentine paper pad. And I just added one little gem with the Sending Love sentiment, which comes from her beautiful Valentine stamp set in her shop. And she has an entire category marked Valentine. When you go to shop at her store, she has a little categories tab at the top. And if you go to that, she has an entire section of Valentine products, and this is one of them. I just love that. And it says Happy Valentine's Day on the inside. I added some additional little embellishments with a heart and a strip of fabric. And then on the back, I use this beautiful trim that I got at Joann's over Christmas time or Thanksgiving, and another one of the little hearts. So those were my two cards for the second day of Sneak Peeks. And then, let's see if I can lay these out. And then for the third day of Sneak Peeks, we showcased the beautiful large treat bag die. And I saw so many beautiful projects from the entire design team. So many great ideas. I think I shared in my video, you can use this as a table tent for numbering tables at a wedding. You can use it at a funeral to put a picture on of the loved one on both sides and have it sitting in the center of the table. People could sign the inside with comments for your family if you wanted. You can put pens out. There's wonderful ways you can use tents like these. So many things you can do to use these in a variety of ways in your daily life. Of course, you can use them as tablescape items if you're doing a big fancy dinner for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or any holiday. And then, of course, there's all the different ways that you can use this die set to just showcase treats. And you saw me share this beautiful treat bag, and I closed mine up with a fabric tie. And you know how much I love using fabric in my projects. So that I chose to just put a couple little punched holes, and then I slid the fabric through, and the person who receives this would open this up. These would be in a little cello bag, or you could put them in even a little paper bag and attach the seam of the paper bag to the center bottom so that it would stay in there. The other thing that this die set comes with, of course, is the beautiful pocket, and you can fit your tags down inside the pocket if you want. You could have one be a to and from tag, which there's a little square die that comes with this, and you could insert that in there too, or layer it on front with a message. But then you could also bag up your tags and put them in here in a cello bag and glue it. You could put a pocket on both sides as well as on the back. For me, on the back, I did that mint green paper, which is a lumber, wood grain paper, and I just did another heart that says you are loved. And the top of this, the tie that I made, was using two oval dies from an oval die set in Emma's shop, and then a decorative flower that I made with her flower dies. And I just love how these projects turned out. Again, all of the product information on the different products that I use to make this are, of course, on my Sneaky Peek Day 3 video. So if you go back to the previous 3 videos on my channel, you can get all the information about these projects. And then I also showcased this little purse one. I made this to look like kind of a Kate Spade, who's one of my favorite designers, a purse. I have a beautiful purse that she did, and I got a really good deal on it one day at a sale. And I love that purse. I reserve it for special occasions. And I just wanted to try and make something with clean lines, which her designs are known for. And I just loved how this turned out. I added a bow from Emma's mailable bow dies. I just stacked it up with some pop dots in between so that it would stay up. And then I used the Prim Hearts to create the handle on this. And I think this is a really fun way to do this. And of course, these do stand up also. So it does look like a little purse, but it could also, you know, the sky's the limit on ideas for how to use this. And MJ Carroll, Melissa, did a really good job of showcasing this die set. I think she made a total of 4 or 5 different projects, including some of the ideas I mentioned as far as using it to make a little mini album or journal. You can make a bag out of this. There's just so many different things you could do with this. As I said, you can use it for table tents, for weddings, for funerals, for different events where you want to showcase a picture on each side. There's so many ways you can use this. So this die set is just a must-have, I think. But those are all my projects. You have the little treat bags. I love how the little heart tags that I did turned out. I love these little Prim Heart dies, and then the beautiful flowers that you can create with Emma's flower set. So I just think these turned out so cute and so fun to work in some spring colors too. So I just had a lot of fun making those. And then last but not least, today's projects showcase more of the Prim Heart dies and just some of Emma's cloud dies and all of her beautiful, beautiful papers. So I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing all of my release projects for this 129th edition release from My Creative Time. And I just want to thank everybody that left comments for me and watched my videos and gave me thumbs up and subscribed, because it helps me. I earn a little bit of money from YouTube each month, which helps my family. It helps me to bring additional content to you. And I just really appreciate each and every person that visits my channel and leaves such lovely comments for me. So thank you to all of you. Don't forget to leave comments on all of the videos today, as well as the blog posts for all of our wonderful bloggers, Kendra and Emily and Kathy, and then I think it's Janine. Anyway, all of the bloggers too, as well as Emma and her mom. Be sure to visit Emma's channel, because Emma does the best videos as far as showcasing the release, telling you all the pertinent information about the die sets and any other products that are coming out each month. So a big thank you to Emma and her mom and their family for everything that they do to bring beautiful crafting products to the market, and to each and every one of you that is a customer of My Creative Time, that allows all of us to continue to do what we love, which is to create and share art with our loved ones in the form of birthday cards and, you know, sympathy cards and just different things that we do to celebrate holidays too. So everybody have a wonderful release. Don't forget to use my little affiliate code if you'd like, of Jill, Jill. You'll get 15% off during the sale, which is starting this morning at 8 a.m. Friday, February 2nd, and it runs until Sunday, February 4th at midnight. After that time, these codes will still be good. It's just that you'll go down to a 10% discount instead of the new release 15% discount. So this code will continue to be able to be used every single day. And please spread the love among all of the designers. Each and every person that designs for Emma does such a wonderful job. And they're all deserving of a little bit of a commission after all the work that everybody does to try to showcase inspiration for you, so that when you receive the products, you have ideas on how to use them. So I just wanted to mention my code, and I hope you guys have enjoyed all that we shared. And I just thank you for tuning into my channel. Blessings, and I'll see you all for Saturday Morning Makes. Bye now.